Ivan Eland, who joins me live from Washington. He's a senior fellow and director for the Center on Peace and Liberty at the Independent Institute. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us on the program. I want to start off with Trump and, of course, his tariffs. It's become a go-to tactic for him to somewhat get his way. But is it working this time around?
Well, he seems to be getting a lot of resistance from Europe already, and he hasn't even given his speech in Davos until tomorrow. So, I think he is getting pushback, and this really puts a lot of strain on the Europeans and their friendship with the United States. And I think it may be irreparable too, especially since we have 3 more years of Trump if he stays in office that long. And so I think it's going to be a real problem here. And of course, the tariffs hurt everybody, not just Europeans, because the Europeans will retaliate. They've already started retaliating against U.S. defense contractors because Europeans have increased their defense spending, and that means a lot of contracts for U.S. defense contractors. But if this gets in the way, there may be fewer contracts for those companies.
Well, Macron has said that the EU should not hesitate to use anti-coercion mechanisms against new U.S. tariff threats over Greenland. Walk us through what their options are at this moment and the measures that we could potentially see them take.
Well, of course, there can be tariffs, there could be non-tariff barriers. There can be what I just mentioned, discrimination against U.S. defense contractors, because the U.S. does send a lot of weapons to Europe to sell. And so there's all sorts of different things that can be done. There's an infinite supply, really. And the European Union has the 3rd largest economy in the world after China and the U.S. So we're not dealing with some small country here. We're dealing with the powerhouse of Europe. So they still have a lot of clout, and they have many measures they can do. And I think as Van der Leyen said, that there's they're going to be proportional, probably, because I don't think they want to burn every bridge with the United States, but they're not going to sit there and take this sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing is ridiculous in the first place. Let me just say that. The United States doesn't need to control Greenland. We've sent troops there during before World War II, and we've protected Greenland from the Nazis. And there have been military bases there for a long time. And the Danes have said, and the Greenlanders have said, we don't mind a bigger U.S. military presence here. So, why does the U.S. need to control it?
Indeed. Ivan Eland, thank you so much for being with us here on the NewsHour.